Hi, Cantor. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your April 2026 tarot reading. Thanks to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a 12-card spread, with each card representing a different house of the zodiac. Starting with your sign, Cancer, is the first house, all the way through to Gemini, representing the 12th house. Once we get through all that, we'll pull an oracle card as well for some additional insight. As far as the main decks being used this month, for the main tarot deck, we have the Tarot of the New Vision, and for the Oracle deck, we'll be using the Wisdom of the Oracle. But we're actually going to start the reading off our rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have 5. So, 5th house energy for you guys is Scorpio. Astrologically speaking, it's a little quiet there currently, but I will say, technically on the 1st of May, there will be a full moon in Scorpio. So, it could just be saying that you might already start to feel some of that energy as we progress through April. Alright, we have Capricorn, and for you guys, Capricorn is actually your 7th house of partnerships, contracts, relationships. Astrologically speaking, that area of the zodiac's pretty quiet right now, but could just be saying that you might have more focus on that area of life this month anyway. And we have Mars. So Mars currently is in Pisces, which is your 9th house of philosophy, higher earning, and foreign affairs. And then on the 9th of April, it's actually going to move into Aries, which is your 10th house of career and social status. So we'll keep all that in mind as we go through main spread. All right, so for your first house of personality, self-awareness, and appearance, we have the 3 of Cups. So this is actually a Cancerian energy here. So to see this come up, given that it's your sign, is a good indicator that you'll be feeling like yourselves this month, right? Maybe you'll be connecting with people you feel comfortable with, whether it be old friends, siblings, just, relatives that you're comfortable with in general. Anything like that could be what's at play here. But either way, it looks like there's a light, celebratory, playful mood for you guys this month, which is a good thing to see. All right. In the second house of possession, self-worth, and finances, we have the 2 of Cups. So this is another Cancerian energy here. So good to see this as well. But yeah, so given that this is more of a financially related house, this could just be saying that maybe you might find someone where you feel like you have a meeting of the minds when it comes to that, right? So if you're partnering up with someone in some kind of financial deal, something along those lines there, whether it be within the workplace, right? Partnering up with someone for a project. And of course, it can be romantic as well. But either way, I feel like this is saying you're going to feel like there's a real natural flow between the two of you. All right, so for your third house of communication, short journeys, and siblings, we have the Fool. So this could just be saying that maybe you're going to be feeling a little bit more adventurous than usual this month. Maybe you're going to be exploring a little bit more, even if within your local area, right? But maybe something you'll stop into places you hadn't gone to before, things along those lines there. But yeah, I feel like this is saying you're in a loose, light mood this month for the most part. All right, in the 4th house of home, roots, and family, we have the Knave of Pentacles, so the Page of Pentacles, basically. So yeah, to see this here, given that 4th house points to home, roots, family, and seeing the structure in the background there, so for some of you, it could be as simple as saying maybe you're looking into purchasing some property, right? Or if not that, maybe you're just looking to improve where you currently live in some way. Now, for some of you, if we look at the way that pentacle looks like it's just out of reach, you might feel like whatever that goal may be, you might feel like you're not quite there yet. But I feel like this is saying you feel like you're getting closer, and I feel like you're going to feel inspired to actually keep continuing toward that goal. All right, so for your 5th house energy, which we saw come up with the dice as well, we have the 10 of Wands. So Sagittarius energy here. And yeah, so like we mentioned, there will be technically, this is a Sagittarius card, but this represents Scorpio in your chart. So like we mentioned, on the 1st of May, there's going to be that full moon there. So this is what I was saying as far as you might feel that energy building up to that full moon as we progress through the month of April. So yeah, so for some of you, this could just be saying maybe you're wrapping up a cycle, So, for example, maybe there's a creative project that you're reaching toward the end of. For some of you, this could also just be saying that maybe you're coming to a realization that, let's just say, if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed in another area of life, you could realize that maybe that's hindering you when it comes to your creativity, to your romantic lives, right? So you could just be trying to clear that energy out so you could actually put more energy toward that area of life. All right, so for the sixth house, which points to health, work, and daily routines, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is actually a Capricorn energy here. And to see this, I feel like this is saying more so, well, for some of you, this could be maybe trying to decide between two different options when it comes to your work lives. But more so what I'm getting with this, for the most part, I feel like this is more indicative of maybe there's something with your daily routine that you're switching up, right? And you're trying to get adjusted to that. So, like we said, for some of you, maybe this is related to what we were saying, where maybe you're being a little bit more exploratory when it comes to your local area, right? Checking out places that you hadn't gone to before just to see what it was like. There could be things like that where maybe you're saying, okay, I want to do something a little bit different. And especially if you're considering buying property too, right? Maybe you're trying to explore and see what's the best fit for you in that regard too. All right, so for your seventh house energy, which points to partnerships, contracts, relationships, we have the Four of Wands. So this is an Aries energy here. So for some of you, this could just be saying you might be feeling this energy a little bit more as we approach the end of Aries season. But more than anything, this is definitely a good indicator of any partnerships you enter into this month. So of course, like I said, it could be romantic, but yes, could also be business related, kind of what we were talking about, the Two of Cups in the second house too. I feel like this is saying that it's going to be a mutually beneficial connection where you might feel like you both have room for growth and expansion, and you both provide a lot of value to the connection. All right, so in the eighth house, which points to death, rebirth, intimacy, and investments, we have the Five of Wands. So this is a Leo energy here, and for you guys, eighth house energy is Pluto. So this could just be saying when it comes to these matters, maybe there's a lot of competition for your attention, right? So let's say if you do want to make some kind of investments, right, there could be a lot of different people trying to get you to come on board with them to invest things. For some of you, this could even just be a lot of ideas you have, right? So you're feeling a little bit unsettled because you might have so much advice and input flowing on how best to do it, right? They could be feeling like it's causing more confusion than anything. But yeah, I feel like this is saying at the very least this area of life looks to be a little bit unsettled for you guys, but you know it's not going to be a long-term thing for the majority of you. I feel like it's just more of a temporary thing. All right, so for your ninth house energy, which in general points to philosophy, higher learning, and foreign affairs, we have the Knight of Cups. So this is actually Piscean energy here, which for you guys that is your ninth house. So we see a real natural fit there. But yeah, I feel like this is saying you might just be feeling a little bit more light when it comes to that area of life. So let's just say this is around philosophy and higher learning, right? Maybe you're a little bit more open to hearing other people's viewpoints, sharing your viewpoints, right? Just exchanging information in general. And if that's the case, it might feel like a change of pace for you guys, right? Because, for example, we had some heavier energy moving through your ninth house, especially with Saturn there over the past couple of years, which now is back in Aries. So for some of you, could just be feeling a bit of a lightening of the mood when it comes to that area of life. And again, there could be more of a desire to explore through that too, which we were seeing with the Fool card as well. All right, so for your 10th house of career and social status, we have the Page of Cups. So yeah, so seeing this energy here could just be saying that maybe there's an offer at play for you guys, but you're not quite sure if you want to accept it yet, right? I feel like this is saying that there's probably some good qualities to it, but maybe it's not everything you want, right? But when it is a page energy, usually there's good intention behind it, so I feel like this is saying, you know, maybe you could negotiate around that thing, right? They're like, okay, hey, maybe if you guys 80% of what I want, okay, maybe if I can't get 100% of what I want, maybe I could even get 85, right? So maybe there could be some discussions there. about how to make the situation work out best for both parties. All right. In the 11th house of friendships, groups, hopes, and wishes, we have the Eight of Wands. So this is a Sagittarius energy here, but more than anything, what I see with this, to me, it points to some free flowing energy. I feel, and for you guys, Taurus is your 11th house, so given that it's a friendship group type of house, makes sense to see this energy coming up here because currently there's going to be a lot of energy in Aries earlier in the month, but I mean, there's going to be a decent amount of stuff moving through Taurus as well. We're going to have Venus in there from the 30th of March until the 24th or so of April. Um, of course, Uranus has been there for quite some time. It's actually going to be moving into Gemini toward the end of April. But so you have Uranus, Venus. Naturally, the Sun's going to move in there on the 20th of April. So there's going to be quite a bit of energy moving into Taurus as well. But yeah, I feel like this is saying it's going to be a lot of free flowing energy and ideas between you and the groups you interact with this month, which is a positive thing. All right, and for the 12th house, which points to spirituality, blind spots, mental health, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this could just be saying that there's a part of you that might feel like beneath the surface, you might feel like things are moving a little bit slower than you would like. I feel like there's maybe some underlying confidence that it eventually will play out the way you'd like it to. But again, I feel like it's just more moving a little bit slowly than you would like, which we could see when we talked about that Knave of Pentacles or Page of Pentacles energy in the 4th house as well. So maybe it is more around your financial goals, but just in general, I feel like I said, it seems like you feel a little bit more outgoing than you might have been recently. For some of you, that could be due to the fact that you have Jupiter still in your sign, but it was retrograde what felt like for forever. And it actually started its direct cycle on the 10th of March. So as Jupiter's gaining momentum in your sign, maybe that's part of what has you feeling a little bit reinvigorated and wanting to get out and about a little bit more. But we'll see. Actually, we'll look at the bottom of the deck too. We have the King of Wands. So this is Leo energy here. So yeah, so this could just be saying that you might be feeling pretty sure of yourselves when it comes to finances, right? So seeing that here, to me, more so than an uncertainty around finances, which would make sense. We see a positive energy in your 2nd house, 10th house as well to an extent, right? 7th house. So this could just be saying you're feeling a little bit sure about yourselves when it comes to your finances, and could just be saying that you're looking to focus on and grow that area a little bit more as well. But we'll see what the Oracle card adds to the mix. So like I mentioned, we're going to pull a card from the Wisdom Oracle. So I'm just going to give this a few shuffles, then we'll cut the deck and pull a card that way. All right, take this card here, get this out of the way, and we'll see what you got. All right, we have flexible. There's the artwork, and the number is 19. Do have to say, it looks like for the most part you will be flexible. We were saying how, especially seeing that Fool card in the 3rd house, it seems like you're going to have a bit more of an adventurous energy to yourselves this month. But we'll see what it says in the book. All right, essential meanings says teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. The Oracle's message: a tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now, willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. So yeah, so that definitely makes me think of the Fool card we saw there, the Knight of Chalices in the 9th house, the Eight of Wands in the 11th house. So hopefully that resonated. The relationship message says in every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading also could signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but who will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old idea about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. So, definitely an interesting message there as well, given that we see some pretty positive energy as far as the Four of Wands in your seventh house. We see the Three of Cups in your first house, Two of Cups in the second. So, hopefully that resonated as well. And the prosperity message says, even when you have a clear vision of how you're going to manifest something, what it will look like, who will share in it, and what will then be available to you, you still need to relax and open up to other possibilities. Spirit may have much better plans for you. It could be a job you hadn't thought of, a new source of money, or some other opportunity that eluded your imagination. Be flexible and remind yourself, this or something better manifests for me now. Then be willing to bend a little. Enjoy the miraculous results. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there as well, because that could be pointing to that Two of Pentacles energy, right? If you just felt like there are maybe just two options, for example, right? Maybe this is saying there could be even more. And then seeing that Knave of Chalices energy in the 10th house that we talked about, where, if a situation's not everything you want, maybe as you talk through it a little bit more, you might find that there's some happy compromise that could be reached in that regard as well. So yeah, overall, looks like a pretty good month for you guys. So hopefully that resonated with you. And we'll wrap up there. Bye.